We come on air this evening with news we simply wish was not true. A precious member of our WDSU News team, whose voice always made you smile and whose spunky personality as a sports journalist could put even the toughest athletes in their place, has passed away.
We're talking about our own Carly McCord. She was among the 5 people killed in a small plane crash in Lafayette earlier today. She was traveling to the LSU game in Atlanta with a group of people when the small plane crashed.
Our Fletcher Mackel shows you how Carly may have been small in stature, but made a big impact wherever she went.
That's right, Sharif. Well, a lot of storylines go into this match.
Charismatic, personable, and always professional, Carly McCord could light up a room with her smile. The 30-year-old spent the past 2 years working in our sports department here at Channel 6, covering some of the area's biggest teams and its largest sporting events, from the Pelicans to LSU and the New Orleans Saints. Carly was even at the Saints team facility on Friday, covering a major breaking sports story.
For a workout, and it was no secret that one of them was former league member Antonio Brown.
Interview after interview, Carly's personality always shined through. From Saint stars to the average fan, she was a rising star in sports media in Louisiana. Carly could not only be seen here on WDSU, but she also served as a sideline reporter for local college broadcasts and served as a game day host for the New Orleans Saints and the New Orleans Pelicans.
Everyone's going to be talking about that blown call for a long time.
Born and raised in Baton Rouge, Carly graduated from Northwestern State in Natchitoches, where she was Miss Northwestern State. And then later, she received a second degree in broadcast journalism from LSU. She was married to Steve Ensminger Jr., the son of LSU offensive coordinator Steve Ensminger. She's survived by her husband, family, and friends.
And Fletcher, just looking at that package, it's difficult to process. You know, Carly certainly was a spark to our sports department. You know, I love you and Sharif, but Carly added that just a light to you guys.
She did, and she was such a sports fan on top of being a great sports reporter. Her dog was even nicknamed Reggie Bush because she loved the Saints so much. And, you know, I'm kind of a hyper energetic person, so I kind of had a kindred spirit because she is very hyper and outgoing. And I'm sure, over the next few days, it's going to be hard because there are times that I'd text her at night knowing she was up. And I'm sure over the next few days, by force of habit, I'll go to text her or call her and see what's going on. And it's still hard to believe that she's not here. It really is kind of still hard to process.
Yeah, and speaking of being here, she was always willing to do the work. We were just talking about how she actually wasn't even scheduled to come in to work yesterday and to do the story about Antonio Brown, but that was her work ethic. She was always around.
You know, that was one of the things when I spoke with our news director, Akili Franklin, about bringing somebody on a couple of years ago. She gave me this criteria. And she said that she's got to be great on TV, she's got to be smart, she's got to know sports, she's got to be personable, she's got to have a flexible schedule. And I thought, well, this was a great fantasy because we will not find somebody that fits this criteria, but she just checked every box. And whatever assignment we asked her to do, she was fantastic at. In spur of the moment, she was very happy to come in. Never once did we ask her to do something and she said no or why. It was always, I can be there at X, Y, or Z, and I am happy to do it. And I know so many people that she worked for, Cox Sports TV, the Saints, and the Pelicans, that there isn't anyone that didn't like or respect her.
Wow. Okay, so also a lot of people may not know, but Carly was Steve Ensminger's daughter-in-law as defensive coordinator for LSU, and we saw that he was out there with his team today.
Yeah, obviously a tough situation for the Ensminger family. Steve Ensminger, you see here being embraced by players. Carly's husband is Steve Ensminger Jr. Steve Ensminger is the former LSU quarterback, currently the offensive coordinator for LSU. He is actually coaching in the game right now that LSU is playing. These are photos from before the game when he was actually quite emotional after learning the news about the plane crash and Carly's loss this morning.
Okay.
All right, we will check in with you in a little bit, Fletcher. Thank you. I know it's difficult for you, difficult for all of us today. Again, Carly was among the 5 people killed in that plane crash in Lafayette. The Lafayette Fire Department has released the names of all of those victims killed. Yeah,
and Ian Biggs, the plane's pilot, was 51 years old. Robert Von Crisp II was 59 years old. Gretchen Vincent was 51 years old. And the fire department also says that 15-year-old Michael Walker Vincent was also killed. We've learned that there was one survivor, 37-year-old Stephen Wade Berzas, one was on board the plane, and he is in critical condition today. And right now, WDSU reporter Casey Ferran, she's live in Lafayette.
And Casey, you learned that others not on the plane were also hurt.
That's right. There were actually 3 other people who were not on the plane who were injured when it came crashing down. 2 of them were actually employees at the post office where the crash happened, adjacent to that post office. There was another person who was apparently in the parking lot of the post office when that plane came crashing down. It actually hit 2 other cars in the parking lot of the post office. Now, as you said, the one surviving passenger was taken to the hospital. He's been identified as 37-year-old Stephen Burgess. He is in critical condition. We're told that the plane took off from the Lafayette Regional Airport just after 9 this morning, headed to Atlanta. It went down minutes later, and when fire crews arrived to the scene here, they say the plane was up in flames. A vehicle also in the area was on fire. Those fires were put out quickly, and the fire crews then started searching for survivors. We spoke to one man who ran to help the victims immediately after the plane came down.
I just see flames everywhere. So I start to run down. It's just a big explosion. Then I hear a man screaming for help. So my first thing was, let me go help him to make sure he's all right, because obviously, you know, he's from the plane crash. And then, I mean, from there, it's like I said, the dead bodies that's gonna haunt me.
And right now, no word on what actually caused this crash. We're told the NTSB is en route here to the scene to start their investigation, but still no answers as to what caused this crash. So we'll hope to get you some more information as that becomes available. For now, reporting live in Lafayette, I'm Casey Ferran, WDSU News.
Casey, thank you. Governor John Bel Edwards acknowledged the plane crash on Twitter. He wrote this post and is asking everyone to join him and his wife in praying for the families and friends of everyone affected.
A little more about Carly now. She graduated from LSU and Northwestern State University. NSU's athletics director, Greg Burke, just sent a post out on social media saying her vibrant personality and passionate approach to sports journalism had her career pointed at an upward trajectory.
As we were talking earlier, Carly's death certainly really hurts here at WDSU. Her smile is something we certainly will never forget.
WDSU President and General Manager Joel Vilmene, he released a statement saying, quote, "We are devastated by the loss of such an amazing talent and valued member of our WDSU family. Carly's passion for sports journalism and her deep knowledge of Louisiana sports from high school to the professional ranks made her an exceptional journalist. As we reflect on her impressive body of work, we offer our deepest condolences to her family."
And Carly's final words on Instagram really offering many of us hope through this storm. She wrote these lyrics: "Only rainbows after rain, the sun will always come again." We will remember Carly, always.